Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Shapiro Feature Walkthroughs. I'm joined today by Yosef, our VP of Product. How are you today, Yosef?
Good, Dana. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. Okay, so today we will explore single item batch packing, right?
So single-line batch packing is something we've had for a long time, but this is a full rewrite of the feature. So it first of all brings it up to date with the UI and UX that is familiar in single order shipping. It's also a full rewrite of the code, so it's going to be more responsive and easier for us to add new features as we improve things across the shipping platform. So the actual workflow, as you'll see, is pretty familiar, but you'll notice some new features that we've added to make the process easier and faster. So as you can see here, I have a batch that I've already picked. This will list all the single item batches that are ready to be shipped. And to start shipping, I just scan the tote barcode, or I can click on that line. So I have my tote and I'll scan it. So it brings up my tote. And you can see starting on the left side, we get a little summary of what's in the tote. So we have 9 orders, 16 units across those 9 orders. And you can see the 3 items that we have in our tote. So winter is coming, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere. So we have our snow shovel, our gloves, and our hats that we're going to be shipping out. So to start shipping one of the items, I just grab the item and scan the barcode. So if I start with my gloves, so it brings up 3 orders associated with my gloves. So you can see there's a little bit of information in the center column that helps us know how we're going to be packing these orders. So first of all, we have it broken down by number of units in each order. So single item batch is orders that have only one SKU, but it can be more than one quantity of that SKU. So you'll see the first section is one order where there's 1 unit of the gloves. And then I have 2 orders where there's 2 units of the gloves. Now it has by default selected the first order. So you can see that's loaded on the right side. And you can see this check mark here, this green check mark, which means I've already packed that item. Now, because I scanned it, it did that. If I clicked on it, it wouldn't ask me to verify the quantity that I'm packing. Now here I can make changes to the order, make changes to how I'm packing it as I would do with any order. So you can see my boxes, the length and width and height, the weight, that all can be pre-selected. If I had an automation rule or pre-selected the box of the order, that would be selected here as well. Then I'm ready to ship the order. And that can be done using the same command barcodes as you're used to in single order packing. So since I'm ready to ship it, I'll scan my print label barcode. And you'll see it'll generate that label. So we have a UPS ground label. I see the cost over here, the tracking number. That'll print out. And I do have options here as well. So I can print the invoice, view the label, reprint and void, similar to what you would have in single order shipping. And then to complete the order, again, command barcode, and that'll bring up the next order available for that item. Now here, since I need 2 units of this item, you can see that it only says that I have one of 2. Get the next one, I just scan the gloves, and I now have verified that I have 2. Before I ship this, I actually want to look at this bulk ship feature. What this does is selects all the orders in a group, and a group is a number of units. So if I have 2 orders with 2 units, some orders with 3 or 1, it's just going to select the orders with the same number of units. So here I have 2 orders, and you can see it selected both of them. Now I still need to confirm that I have the correct number of units, so I'll scan my gloves. And now I can set up those packages. And this is going to be for both of those orders. So you can see it shows that I'm going to have 2 packages. And since they're all the same, I just put in the information once and hit print label. When it does that, you'll see it'll open up a section for each one of these orders. Now I have 2 orders, and you can see one of them was successful, so I have my generic label, but one of them there was an error on. So this is going to show me on that order, MO5, there was an error. I can read the details of that error, and then I can make a change to that order if I need to ship it again. So if I click on that, you'll see it brings me directly to that order. So if I want to change the shipping method or change something else about the order, I can do that here and ship it out. So in this case, let's say I want to change the shipping method. I'm going to change this to USPS priority. And now once I verify that I have 2, I can print the label. And this label is now generated. And again, I can do things like void. I could void it, and you can see the bottom left label is voided. And now I can change shipping method or change something else on the order and reprint the label. Once I've shipped all the orders for an item, you'll see it gets removed from my list, and I can move on to the next item. So let's scan the hats and see what happens there. So you notice now something popped up, and let's look at what it says. So first of all, under hats, it says put in bubble wrap. That's a product packer note. So that's a note that's set on the product. And anytime I need to pack that item, it's going to show me that note. And then I have an order note. This order specifically has a note that says pack carefully. Now, once I close the note, I can continue packing. And you'll notice I can still do bulk ship here. So if I do bulk ship, all the orders are selected. And I can simply choose the box or put in dimensions and print labels. And that will ship all 4 orders and print them out. If I had an invoice be printed also, or the invoice will be printed as well, and it will do it in the same order as the labels. So this way you can easily match up the invoice and the label. And if a label doesn't generate, it won't print the invoice for that label either. So this way you don't have an extra invoice, doesn't add confusion to the packing process. Now that I've shipped my hats, I can scan my shovels. I have my 2 orders for shovel. Again, since bulk ship is selected, both are by default selected. I can unselect that if I want to do one at a time. I can do that as well. But again, bulk ship, in this case, we'll do print invoice and labels. And again, it will print both the invoice and the label. Another thing you can do when you do bulk is click on this checkbox next to labels and select all the orders at once. So again, I can reprint, print the invoice, or even void all the labels in bulk. So if I do that, you'll see they've been voided, but I can go back and print them again. So that's it. So that's the new single item batch packing. As you can see, it's very similar in terms of flow to the old one, but it does add some new features like the bulk ship, better visible error messaging if there is an error from the carrier, make it easier to reprint labels and void, and should make your single item batch packing process faster and more efficient.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Joseph.
A pleasure.
And if you'd like to check out other feature walkthroughs, click on the top right corner right now. And if you're ready to unlock your e-commerce fulfillment superpowers, visit shiphero.com to schedule a call with us. Thank you for watching and have a great day.